Midlifers, welcome to Let's Talk Midlife. I'm the Midlife Maven, your host, Natascha Hardee of Hardee Life, because you deserve a Hardee life. This is a podcast for midlife women who want to learn tips, tools, and strategies to get through their second season of life. Have you ever struggled with poor self-care, lack of confidence, having no plan, and the fear of aging? Well, you're in the right place. Press play and let's dive into today's episode. Happy midlife to you. Happy midlife. Welcome to Let's Talk Midlife. I'm your host, Natascha Hardee from Hardee Life, because you deserve a Hardee life. I am the Midlife Maven. We have a special show today. It has two segments. The second segment, I will be joined by my producer, June Gale. This show is for midlife women who want to learn tips, tools, and strategies to shift their mindset, get unstuck, prioritize their wellness, and boost their confidence while navigating midlife transitions. Have you ever struggled to know the distinction between a goal, an outcome, or a resolution? Well, you're in the right place. Press play and dive into today's episode. Thank you for tuning in today. And our topic will be breaking down the distinctions between goals, outcomes, and resolutions. As a midlifer, it's important to know the difference because at this stage of the game, using your time valuably is essential. Let's jump right into goals and resolutions, which both involve setting objectives to reach targets, but they differ in this level of specificity and commitment. Goals are generally more specific and measurable, involving a timeline and objectives to measure progress. Resolutions, on the other hand, are vague and general about committing to achieving a goal. They are declarations of intent to take actions and stay focused on what you desire to achieve. Outcomes are the end results of a plan and the action steps taken to reach goals. Now, I know that's a mouthful, but stick with me. It's important to set realistic and achievable goals, delivering rewarding and fulfilling outcomes. Start by breaking down your biggest goals into smaller and manageable steps, then tasks. You know the saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Set a timeline to track progress and measure your success. Celebrate each step taken and milestones reached. Woohoo! Don't forget to reward yourself for a job well done on your journey. Let's talk about what a New Year's resolution is. It's a promise you make to yourself at the start of the year to do something that will improve your life. It can be anything from learning new skills, committing to a healthier lifestyle, or working on a personal goal. Whatever it is, it's important to make a plan to keep yourself motivated and on track throughout the year. Let me share a statistic. According to multiple surveys conducted over the years, approximately only 8% of people actually follow through with their New Year resolutions. This means that the majority of people have difficulty staying focused on their goals, and they may need extra motivation to support and succeed. Additionally, it may be beneficial to find an accountability partner who can help you stay motivated and on track. Here's why New Year resolutions don't work and typically fail, because they aren't realistic or achievable. When you set resolutions that are too lofty or far out of reach, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and give up. This is why, as a midlifer, it's important to set realistic goals, which you can stick to, and a plan to track your progress. I'm going to dive right into what a goal is. It's an ambition or desired result that a person or group of people strive to achieve. It can be both long-term or short-term and can be related to a variety of topics such as career, family, health, education, or retirement. As a midlifer, this is why goals are super important. This stage between 40 and 65 is 25 years. And most of the time, we go into midlife unprepared. Now you understand the importance of setting goals over the next 25 years, and some can be long term and some can be short term. This is the blueprint for you. Midlifers, here's why SMART goals are important to use when setting goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timed. You see, that's why the word SMART is used. SMART goals are important because they provide a clear roadmap for success. They help focus your efforts and organize your plans into achievable steps. Now, the grand poobah of goals would be an outcome, which is the end result of a plan and the action steps taken to reach goals, which I mentioned earlier. I'm going to share with you the benefits of outcomes, and there are 6 of them. These benefits can be applied to an individual or a business. Number 1, the ability to track progress and ensure you achieve your goals. Number 2, measure success and provide feedback on how to improve. 3, pinpoint areas or progress or where more effort or resources may be needed. 4, provide vehicles to communicate the impact of programs and initiatives. 5, improve decision making. And number 6, help ensure that resources are being deployed wisely. You see, outcomes can also act as a motivator and help to focus on achieving goals. For those of you who have businesses, outcomes can help provide clear direction, improve decision making and accountability, and ensure alignment with strategic objectives. While goals and outcomes are closely related, they are not the same. Goals are the targets an individual or organization sets out to achieve. Outcomes refer to the results achieved by reaching the goals. For example, a goal might be to raise $10,000 for a charity, while the outcome would be the actual amount raised. Let's say $15,000. To wrap up, SMART goals provide motivation by enabling you to track your progress and celebrate milestones. Ultimately, outcomes are valuable tools for guiding individuals and organizations towards achieving their desired goals and objectives. By setting goals and measuring outcomes, individuals and organizations can track their progress and make adjustments as needed, especially during midlife. Celebrating your successes will help keep you motivated and encourage you to keep striving for bigger and better things. We're about to head into the second segment of Let's Talk Midlife, where I will be joined by June Gale, my producer. In this segment, we're going to have questions related to goals, outcomes, and resolutions. And my producer, June Gale, is joining us. Welcome, June.
Hello. Thank you for having me join you and help us realize some great questions that have come up about this particular topic. So let's go.
Let's hear the first question. Woohoo!
Okay. All right. So the first question is, why do so many people fail to accomplish their New Year's resolution?
Okay, that's a great question. And the reason why, as stated earlier, the resolutions are usually too lofty in general. I'm going to just rattle off about 9 or 10 lofty general resolutions. Exercise more, lose weight, get organized, learn a new skill or hobby, live life to the fullest, save more money or spend less money, quit smoking, spend more time with family and friends, travel more, read more. So those are 10 lofty goals. And as you can see, because they're not specific like SMART goals, they're not specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, or timed. And that's why resolutions fail, because you need to be more strategic when accomplishing your goals.
Yes, absolutely. What are some tools that we could use to track the results of these goals that, or, resolutions that we're trying to accomplish this year?
Okay, so tracking tools for your goals or your outcomes. When you start setting your goals, you set yourself up to win and you have tools in place. I like to use, and you use this with me, June, is Google Sheets. You could also use an Excel spreadsheet or spreadsheets. Calendars work really well. You can use an electronic calendar or you can use a day book. And the other thing people can use are tools like Trello and Asana. These are great tracking tools for you. What's the next
Okay.
question?
Natascha, what are some great ways that we can celebrate ourselves?
Oh, I love this question because I know that
Right.
people usually like to go out to a party and or they like to go hang out with friends. However, when it comes to celebrating ourselves, we kind of get lost in the sauce on how to celebrate ourselves. There's a few of them, and I'm not going to tell
Mm-hmm.
you how many I have here, but I'll tell you the first one is to take a pause and absorb your accomplishment, even if they're
Mm-hmm.
very tiny or
Mm-hmm.
very big. It doesn't have to be a major goal for you to absorb the accomplishment. It could be, I got 3 things on my list done today. So celebrating the small wins. And how do I do that? Well, take a pause and say, hey, I'm going to just bask in the moment and say, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Mm-hmm.
way could be journal. So journal about your accomplishments. You could take 30 seconds to praise yourself. So put on your timer and for 30 seconds on your phone or wherever you are and set the timer and just go woohoo, dance around and applaud,
Right.
celebrate yourself, clap it up, and all of that for 30 seconds. And let me tell you, about 15 seconds in, you're going to want to stop. But I'm going to encourage you to celebrate yourself for that full 30 seconds.
Some of the other questions, describe the blueprint for midlifers.
Okay, that's great. I love that question. You know why? Remember saying that I was giving midlifers a blueprint for them to follow in this stage of life. And that blueprint is the SMART goal method. SMART goals. Again, specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, right? Relatable and timed. When you want to do something, you must have a SMART goal, not just a goal. SMART goals are connected to a plan. And next week, we're going to be talking about creating a plan for midlife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the blueprint is having the plan, having the goals, the task, this action steps that you put in place. And that is the blueprint. And I'm not sure about anyone else, but I know for years people kept saying, set goals, set 3 years goals, set 5 year goals, set 10 year goals,
Mm-hmm.
and really didn't understand what they were saying or what it meant. I understood what they were
Mm-hmm.
saying, but I didn't understand what it meant. And it took me a while to understand what it meant to set goals and not only set goals, but learn to have specific goals. And then on top of that, have a plan that I'm
Mm-hmm.
following through. And I learned a lot of that when I was in coaching school because we teach our clients how to set outcomes. And the outcome involve goals and they involve specific goals. That's why I'm saying to midlifers, the blueprint is having SMART goals and having a plan. And next week, we're going to talk about having a plan, creating a plan, and infusing it into your life.
Okay, great, great. Those are great tips. Great, great tips. Natascha, why did you choose this topic?
I chose this topic because I want to offer the listeners an opportunity to know the distinction between resolutions, goals, and outcomes, and how to be successful in setting yourself up to win for 2023 and beyond.
A final question. Can you give us an example of a personal outcome so we can have clarity?
Yes, I believe you were asking me about the distinction between the outcome and a goal. In the podcast, when I spoke about goal and outcome, it was related to business. Let's talk about people who want to exercise more, the lofty resolution. Let's frame that in a SMART goal. I'd like to exercise more. Okay, so what is it that I get to do in order to exercise more? Well, I get to look at my schedule. I get to figure out how I can fit exercising in, and even break it down further. Just say I wanted to 5 days a week do 30 minutes of exercise. That is a specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, timed goal. The distinction between a goal and an outcome is I'd like to work out for 30 minutes, 5 days a week by the end of 2023. And the outcome would be at the end of 2023, I work out 45 minutes, 5 days a week. So you've superseded your actual goal.
Okay, great example. Well, thank you for clarifying. Great examples.
Is that the end of our questions?
Yes, that was the final questions, and definitely look forward to having more interaction. Great discussions. Thank you, Natascha.
Oh, I appreciate the questions. I'm so grateful that we brought this to the forefront. I appreciate everyone who contributed to these questions about this topic. I really do hope that they serve everyone in the audience. To wrap up, SMART goals provide motivation by enabling you to track your progress and celebrate milestones. Ultimately, outcomes are valuable tools for guiding individuals and organizations towards achieving their desired goals and objectives. By setting goals and measuring outcomes, individuals and organizations can track their progress and make adjustments as needed. Celebrating your successes will help keep you motivated and encourage you to keep striving for bigger and better things. Thanks so much for listening today. You could have been anywhere and you chose to be here, and for that, I truly appreciate you. Let's connect on Instagram at Hardee Life. That's HARD as in David, EE as in exciting, life, LIFE, one word. I'd love for you to also connect with me on TikTok and LinkedIn. If you are loving this podcast, I'd be honored if you go right ahead, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a review. If nobody's told you that they love you today, let me be the first to say, I love you. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Go be amazing because you are. Because you are. Until next week. Thank you so much for listening. You could have been anywhere and chose to spend time with me. And for that, I truly am grateful. Let's connect on Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn at Hardee Life. That's HARDEE, Hardee Life. And also, if you are loving this podcast, I'd be so honored if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and leave me a review. And remember, if no one has told you that they love you today, let me be the first to tell you, I love you. I love you. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Now go be amazing because you are. Until next time.